And this is the navigation feature in the Mini Cooper SE electric. So you can see that it also shows you live navigation through the camera. This is very, very cool, this system. And it now shows you that you need to turn left here. That is very, very cool in my opinion. So guys, hello and welcome to the new video. And this week we have a look at the Mini Cooper S, but it's the electric S, so it is the SE. So the second generation Mini Cooper Electric S is different in that it doesn't look as differentiated from the lineup as the first SE. If you remember, it had a very strange wheels, a strange design of the front and stuff like that. This one looks much more like the normal petrol variant that it is. The new generation is fantastic. It is incredibly aerodynamic while keeping the same look and proportions of the proper Mini. But I really do love the aerodynamics. It has a drag coefficient of only 0.28, which is incredible for its range. And the design by the fully plastic front end, as you can see. Also, we have the active flaps, active aerodynamics. That is for the cooling of the battery. We have a different design to the lights. So this is the design for the daytime running lights, and inside there you have the matrix lights, I think. So yeah, pretty cool. We are already on winter tires, as it is almost winter, and the winter tires are of the size 195/55 R17, so quite the narrow tires, which makes this car actually to be really fun to drive. Other things in terms of weight, yeah, it is quite heavy, 1.68 tons. So for a small car, quite heavy, but then it is a premium car, very well equipped car. And I think also the petrol powered one isn't that far off from this weight, maybe 100 kilos lighter than this. In terms of the geometry, the car is running good negative cambers on both axles, but much more on the rear, as well as towing for the fun, happy tail end of the car. In terms of suspension, what I like about the car is that it has a very matured, it has a single joint the McPherson front suspension here at the front with a very good amount of positive caster geometry. And then at the rear we have a multi-link, and you should have a multi-link in such a premium car as the Mini. Other things about the aerodynamics that I need to tell you is this massively curved front windshield, which I absolutely love on the Mini. It is a crucial part of the aerodynamics of the car. Then very smooth curvature where it connects the roof, and the roof line is it slightly going down? No, it's not, but it's nicely curved to the up. And the differentiating factor by which you know that you are seeing the Mini Cooper Electric is that you have this massive side spoiler, which you don't have in the petrol variant. So you have this huge prolonging roof spoiler, but also this massive side spoiler. The petrol variant only has something like this. So yeah, again, that is for the improved aerodynamics at the rear of the car. And then we're coming to the design at the rear. I really do like this current generation. I really do love these small minimalist lights. You still have a sort of British flag incorporated in them. Yeah, but really lovely. And also, again, as I'm talking about the aerodynamics, beautiful, curved in this direction. Also, we don't have the pillars that would be doing bad things to the airflow. So it's very smooth towards the end, and sort of finishing this direction and closing the gap. Really well resolved in terms of aerodynamics. The proportions of the car really nice with wide shoulders. It's a good looking car, this Mini. Is it? Then other things, well, in terms of practicality, it's as mini as usual, so very small boot. Um, but you do expect that with the Mini. You do have a cable there, and you do have some underfloor storage as well, which is okay. And then of course the rear seats are only for critical situations in your life, and I would do without this electrically movable seat. I mean, really, if it was a manual mechanism, it would be cheaper and it would be much faster to get in and out of. But you can see the space there. It's not a lot of space, is it? And the space, and actually the comfort at the rear is like this. You have a speaker here, some storage area over here, isofix anchor point, so good for children. And actually, I said there, it's just about right for a 1.9 meter tall person for headroom. Yeah. Anyway, here is the interior, new interior. I have to say, beautiful interior, very well resolved interior in terms of both the design and the quality. The quality is really, really high in the car. Maybe some other things. Well, we have a battery. Obviously, it's an electric Mini, so we have a battery, very low center of the gravity, which is a good thing for sporty driving, even despite the higher weight. Um, so that's fantastic in terms of power. It's a front-wheel drive car. Of course, it puts out 218 horsepower and 330 newton meters of torque, and it's more powerful than it was before. It's also better in terms of acceleration. It does it in 6.7 seconds, whereas the previous generation was 7.3 seconds. And it also has a higher top speed of 170, I think. The previous generation was 150, uh, right? And then I want to also show you that on this side, you have the charging port with the improved DC charging capacity, but more on that in the charging test. Now I'm on the mountain pass, as you can see by the skid marks here, and I just want to see whether this car really is a proper Cooper S, because even despite this is not the JCV model, which is a new model to the all-electric Mini, the Cooper S still should feel like a hot hatch, sort of. So I'm gonna go and find out. So join me as I'm finding out whether the Mini Cooper S electric still is fun to drive and engaging. Let's see. All right, guys, so welcome inside the interior of the Mini, and we turn it on by turning this switch, power. We have a good sound to it. We put the experience. We have many experiences here that we can experience in the car, but we put it into go-kart. And what I will be interested to see, how will the temperature of the battery do? Because with electric cars or plug-in hybrids, I experienced a lot of times on the mountain pass during sporty driving that the battery temperature was almost at the absolutely highest, so I had to cool it down, right? And then you put it into drive by pressing down on this another button. And in terms of the driver's assistance, we need to turn it off, of course, but we can only do, I was looking at it earlier, we can only do the speed recognition and the lane assist, deactivate. We do have the mini sound, which will be incredible, but I didn't find any way how to turn off the stability system. So maybe somebody else would be able to help me if you guys know, but I wasn't able to find it. So we're gonna have the stability system on, so we're gonna have very safe skidding around this mountain pass. Right, so that would be about it. We have beautiful steering wheel. I quite like this design. You have this sort of textile, which is really hardly stretched, very strongly stretched. So yeah, good interior, good sitting position. Of course, slightly higher than in the petrol variant, but that's what you expect from an electric car. Anyway, let me. So this is the mini sound. It's fun, isn't it? Okay, guys, I think let's start driving and let's give it some beans. Let's put it into go-kart again. Woohoo! So that's the sound it does, and here is the battery temperature gauge. And I'm gonna be interested in the, but really the dynamics, considering we have a 1.68 ton, this is fantastic. I mean, this thing pushes so well, wow. And it's so intense, the acceleration, of course, because it's an electric car, right? So it's so much fun. And now we do a little bit of fun. This is great. Of course, the stability system saves it immediately, but you can do some skids with this car. It feels like a Mini in this regard. And now coming to the section of changing the and on winter tires, because of course you have lower lesser grip and you also have a narrower tire, it's so much fun. Look at that, how they are squealing. This is so much fun. This is really nice. You can see how nimble the rear is of the car. All right, guys, so let's go up because there was some traffic and the battery gauge is somewhere in the half. This is so much fun. So in the end it starts to understeer again when you slide the car, but you can do some skids, which is nice. And the acceleration in the straight is good. 120, nice. Almost 130 on this bit, good. Yeah, no, but it has more understeer balance, I see to it. So yeah, but it's nice. The steering is very precise, quite filtered as always nowadays with BMW cars. But it's a nice steering wheel. It's very precise, very sharp. It also is. It has a ratio that you only have 1.5 turns between the positions, which is of course good. And yeah, it's good steering, very precise, very sharp. I like it. Good. So here is a corner, and you can brake with the regen as well, and you can slide it. So it has the nice initial rotation. Let's put it this way. And now the front brakes are really eating these slides. Yeah. So I wish I knew how to turn off the DCC system, because it's really stopping me from having fun. I have to be honest with you. But the sound is good. I mean, this is no petrol engine, but it sounds so dramatic. It sounds really nice. It is good. This is a very, very fun car, I have to say. Yes, it is an electric car. It's a heavy car too, but you can have quite a lot of fun with it. So you need to clean up the tires again, and you can go down. So this is really, really much fun. So go slightly. Four-wheel drift. That is really nice how this car can handle. So yeah, it just really depends on how you drive the car. It can be playful, it can be understeery, it can be slightly oversteery at times, but it's all in all, it's just a very, very nice car to drive. Even on winter tires like this, in almost colder conditions. Look at this. You can unsettle the car very easily thanks to the fantastic setup of the geometry. But this is really understeery. Yeah. But it's definitely a fun car. So if you will invest money into this car, you can even improve it slightly more. But I think the biggest positive thing about the car is the electric power, electric ground, which is very immediate. Because other than that, yeah, I mean, it is fun. It is definitely fun, but I just wish it would be a tad bit less understeery than it is. Yeah, you see, but you can still, it's very precise. I mean, honestly, it's so much fun. And you can go and overtake this car. Oh, it's also going quite fast with this van. Anyway, you can see, so you can have so much fun like this. Let's brake a little bit more so that we can throw it into that corner. It's very safe. You see? Woo! But what I like is that you feel very nicely when the car is coming away from you, when it starts to understeer, because it starts this scrubbing and you feel it very nicely on the steering wheel. So yeah, Mini Cooper S electric, I have to say, yeah, quite a fun car. It would be interesting, of course, to try it on summer tires where it would have much more grip. But even on winter tires during cold conditions like this, it still can be an engaging and fun car to drive. So yeah, I think it's really good. I would just want it to be a little bit more oversteery, and so that the understeer doesn't in the end come on quite so soon, I would say. But yeah, I think overall very well judged. Quite a nice car and very nice to daily drive it. And it has a very good ground. Whenever you need it in the city, when you're overtaking, it just is there instantly. Boom, boom, boom. And that's, I think, the biggest, the strongest part of this car. Yeah. So that would be about it to the driving experience with the Mini Cooper S electric. And guys, this is how the temperature gauge looks like after sporty driving during conditions in 10 degrees Celsius. So quite okay actually. It can cool down quite fast as well. Well guys, I think to sum it up, I think the Mini Cooper S Electric of second generation, very engaging, very stylish, very cool, small, fun car, still engaging to drive, and it's just up to you whether you buy the petrol power or you like this electric power instead. And I think it will save you also on the costs because of course you doesn't need to change oil and stuff like that. Yeah, so I quite like this car. It's quite fun. It's very aerodynamic. It has also very good range considering what it is. You can drive for around 14 kilowatt hours in the city, and I consider that very, very cool. So yeah, this would be my view on the Mini Cooper S. And now, because the battery is quite discharged, we will move to the charging test of this car. You could have seen the beautiful animation that you have here. So yeah, let's do the charging test on this car. And just to sum it up, it's fun, it's engaging, it's a proper Mini Cooper still. All right, guys, so let's charge up the new Mini SE. And this car, of course, has a bigger battery than the previous generation. It has a net capacity 49.2 kilowatt hours battery here in the floor. And we have the charging port on the right side, as usual with German cars. I'm at the Unity charger, my favorite one, to achieve maximum charging speed. So yeah, really, really nice. This is a 400-volt station, I think, but still, we are getting 78 kilowatt at 37%. I don't know if you can see this because it's very problematic. I hope you do. So we are at 37%. Came here 2 minutes ago with 34% already. In these 2 minutes, I'm at 37% and 77 kilowatt of charging. So really, really good charging capacity for such a small electric car, and it's coming up 81 kilowatts now. So let's see what's going to be the max power, but I also do want to show you how it looks inside the car when you're charging it. So when you sit inside the car, this is what the screen looks like. You're at 38%, and you can also show this. So sorry, this is in my language. So you can set this up to 100% or 90% or whatever you want. You can limit the AC, but here you have the information. So 70 kilowatt of charging power, the current percentage, and the range as it's going up. And it says also will have 100% at 13:30 p.m. So yeah, this is about it to the charging of the car. And well, I have to say, it's quite a nice small electric car, this Mini Cooper SE. So if you're considering a small electric car that must be fun to drive, this is definitely one to go for. It is absolutely really, really nice. I really do love it. It's a really characterful, small, fun to drive, engaging, with quite a dramatic sound electric car, and I really do like it. It's a proper Mini. Guys, this is enough for me, enough charge to get me to my destination. So I'm here 8 minutes. I hope you can see that. I'm gonna close it. I'm here 8 minutes, and I've gone from 34 to 53% in 8 minutes. Pretty cool. So, and the charging curve is now very flat at 71 kilowatts. It's sitting at 71 kilowatts. So that's actually quite a good power. It goes inside the battery. Yeah, so it's enough for me. 10 minutes charge to go from 34 to 54%.